Well, here we are, the last 2 games of the season, the last moments for Colorado to make an impact to that committee who is not showing much love to the Big 12 this go around. But they play Kansas this week. They are traveling to Kansas this week. And the one thing I think about when I see this Kansas team is I think that they're full of athletes. That's not really saying much. I just think that they have a very athletic team. I think that their team does some things that a lot of people aren't shocked by, but quite frankly, they don't do anything exceptionally well. They do run the ball well, which always scares me. Anytime Colorado plays a running quarterback and have a good running back, the dump plays always scare me. The quarterback's ability to scramble always scares me. But at the end of the day, I think Colorado should do what it takes to beat this Kansas team. When I look at this Kansas team, nothing really jumps out at me. I think Colorado has a chance to beat this team, and I think that they should beat this team. There's a couple things, like I say every week, that I'm going to be looking for, and I will talk about that on the other side of this video. Before I start talking about Kansas, I want to say a couple of things. Colorado cannot afford to lose this game. Colorado has to win this game, and BYU has to continue to win, and so does Kansas State. The Big 12 cannot afford for Colorado to lose this game on Saturday. Colorado has to keep winning. Best case scenario is BYU also has to keep winning. So as I'm talking about this, I am going to speak in definites because I am going to speak it into existence that Colorado is going to beat Kansas this weekend. Because if Colorado doesn't beat Kansas this weekend, I don't even want to talk about what that means. And so I'm just going to stay focused and say, for the Big 12's sake, we need Colorado to keep winning and we need BYU to keep winning. The committee has already shown us how they feel about the Big 12. The committee is telling us that they think that Boise State is a better team than any Big 12 team right now. So in order to combat that, the only thing you can do is win. Colorado has to win this game against Kansas, and so I'm just going to speak it as if they're going to do it, and I'm just going to leave that where it is. So looking at this Kansas team, there's a couple of things that concern me, but like I said at the front of this, really it's their running game. Kansas has a slightly better ranked offense than Colorado, and I think it's because of their ability to run the ball. So Kansas has had 2 200-yard games in their last 4 games. They had another game with 192 rushing yards, but they did not run the ball well against BYU. So because of that, statistically, Kansas is a better offense than Colorado because they're more balanced. And that is why I always say balanced offenses are better, because even if your numbers aren't as high, if you are balanced and you're getting a ton of yards through running and yards through passing, your offense is going to look more complete and it's going to look better, and statistically it's going to be better. So something that Colorado is going to have to contend with, like they have had to do with every other scrambling quarterback. Think Kansas State, think North Dakota State. Those are the teams that have had scrambling quarterbacks and have had running backs also that are decent.
I have recently been approved for the Expedia affiliate program. And basically what that means is I have a link. So if you want to book travel on Expedia.com, if you use my link, I will get a small commission off of a booked confirmation once you actually take the trip. All you have to do is click on my affiliate link. I will leave it in my description box. I will also put it somewhere on the screen here, but it's absolutely free to you. And it's just a cool way that you can help support me, support my channel, and support me and my growth. If you don't want to super chat, if that's not your thing, this is a cool way so where you can go have fun and take your vacations and do all the things you want to do. And you can also support me in the process. The other cool thing about the affiliate link is you can also send the link out to your family and friends. So if you feel inclined to do so, don't worry. You feel free to send my link out to as many people as you want to and have them book travel using Expedia, and we can all benefit from it in the long run.
And so the first thing on this list of the things I'm going to be looking for as we head into this game should come as no surprise. It is going to be Colorado's ability to limit big plays from this running game and limit the quarterback's big play abilities. Colorado has to find a way to play defense against this quarterback and against Devin Neal. And so if Colorado is able to do that, they will be fine. However, historically, this is the type of team that Colorado struggles with, is this style of team. Now, you can say back to me, yes, but people said UCF was going to be a problem. People said UCF was going to be able to do this. People said UCF was going to do this. Something to remember about that UCF game. They still were able to get almost 200 yards rushing. The difference in that game was the turnovers. And so if you are able to get turnovers, you can nullify all the things. So just throwing that out there because that's how football flows. So the first thing I'm going to be focused on is, can Colorado stop the running attack of Kansas, and can they limit Daniel's ability to scramble? If they can put a muzzle on the quarterback and the running back, I like this. I think it looks great. I think it looks fantastic. I'm rolling with it. I love it. The second thing is, I have said this every week now, I think for 4 or 5 weeks, is protecting Shedeur. Can Shedeur protect Shedeur, meaning not spinning around, not doing extra, because the guys from Kansas are going to be able to chase him down if he starts to run around. So that's the first thing. The second thing is this play calling. Colorado hasn't protected him thus far with play calling. He's still taking hits because they're calling a lot of pass plays. So I have zero faith that they're going to stop it in that way, but it just kind of is what it is. There's nothing really I can do about it. But the third thing is this offensive line. Can this offensive line protect Shedeur and give him time? We saw against Utah, this offensive line did not protect him very well. The good thing is that Shedeur was able to escape, because what Utah has is just a really big D-line. They're not athletic, they're just really big, and they're in the way. So my concern heading into this game is, are we going to be able to protect Shedeur? I have zero faith we're going to do that in the play calling, whatever. But Shedeur has to be able to protect Shedeur. So whether that's stepping up into the pocket, whether that's throwing the ball away, whether that's using a check down, I don't really care. He has to find ways to protect himself. And then this offensive line has to step up and do its job. Those three things have to happen. Well, two of those three things have to happen in order for this team to win this game and be successful. So I need Shedeur protected. I need him upright. I need him to do all the things he can do. I don't care how many scramble drills we get into this game. I don't care what it looks like. They have to win this game by any means necessary. And I expect them to do just that. The third thing I'm going to be looking for here is field possession. So here's where this gets tricky. From what I've seen in Colorado, whenever they have a shorter field, their offense flows differently as opposed to when they have a longer field. When they have a shorter field, their offense usually is a little bit more balanced because they're not in a rush to score. They're more disciplined in their play calling when they have a shorter field. And because the way this playbook looks, I won't even get into that, but because of a lot of factors, I'm going to be looking at where Colorado starts their possessions and how this field possession game plays. Because my concern is if Colorado can't get turnovers, I'm concerned about their ability to drive the length of the field. Not because I think Kansas's defense is good, just because I've seen the play calls whenever we have to drive a long way, and our play calling is totally different. So the third thing I'm going to be looking for is field possession. Where does Colorado get the ball? Can Colorado get turnovers? And what does this really look like? Because as I keep saying, I need Colorado to win this game. Colorado has to win this game to stay on track to hopefully play in the Big 12 championship game. They also have to win this game because these teams that are playing in the Big 12 championship game cannot afford to keep losing to these bad teams. Because they're losing to these bad teams, that is causing them to slide in the rankings. And if you continue to lose to bad teams, you will continue to slide and you will be out of the playoffs. And so I really need Colorado to take care of business. And honestly, best case scenario in a weird way will be for Colorado to have a blowout, will be for Colorado to allow Kansas to barely score any points and to blow them out. Because at this point, you're playing for wins and you're playing for style points. And so that is going to be very important. I also need BYU to win. And so you want to go into this championship game with teams that only have 2 losses and teams that have 1 loss, as opposed to a team that has 3 losses and a team that has 2 losses. You see where I'm going with this? So I need Colorado to take care of business this week. And then we all collectively need to be BYU fans because they need to be in this championship game as a 1-loss team. That bodes well for Colorado. So especially Colorado beating a Kansas team that BYU just lost to. So all of these things matter when deciding seeding, deciding ratings. I don't want to see Colorado ranked 16th, 15th, 14th, or 13th. Colorado has to be ranked 12, or they have to have some stylistic wins here. This is why I've been saying I don't want to talk about the playoffs and all that stuff. We need to take care of business, and Colorado has to go out there and they have to beat Kansas this week. So it should come as no surprise to you, like I've done every single week. I'm going to take Kansas to win this game because I promised to always take the other team, because since I've been doing that, Colorado has been winning. So I am taking Kansas to win this game, but I need Colorado to do everything they're supposed to do, and I need them to take care of business. I don't care if it's in 7 overtimes. I don't care if it's by a blocked field goal when Kansas is trying to win the game. I don't care how Colorado wins this game. They just need to win this game. They need to make it happen. They need to go out there and they need to win. And they need to play themselves into making this committee see that they're a decent football team. I don't know if it can happen because the Big 12 is so weak this year, but I need Colorado to go in there and get those style points and take care of business. And we all need to be cheering for BYU to win as well, because it's not looking good. The committee is telling us what they think. They think that Boise State is a better team than the teams in the Big 12. So we need the teams in the Big 12 to win this week. So I will get off this soapbox and I will let it go. I need the right things to happen this week. That would be fantastic. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know if you understand what I'm saying. Let me know if you get what's going on here. But we need some things to start happening the right way, and we all need to cheer for the right teams. The other thing that makes this a little bit weird too is that we also need to cheer for Nebraska to win. We need to cheer for Kansas State to win, because when those teams win, those are the teams that beat Colorado. So them winning games actually helps us. So we need to cheer for Nebraska to win. We need to cheer for Kansas State to win. We need to cheer for BYU to win. All the teams that have beaten us, we need them to go win. So I know I said I'll end this here, but I'll actually end this here. I'm just saying, I'm trying to help us. I'm trying to will us to be where we want to be, but it starts with us winning and all the teams that have beat us winning, and BYU winning against Arizona State this weekend. So I will end this video here. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know, for all of you that like to let me have it in the comments below because you think I don't know what I'm talking about. It actually makes me happy. It actually makes my day. I can't wait to see what you have to say in the comments below. I'll see you in my next video.